Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flesh is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was done in 1847. 11 percent of people we are known as first republic. The Lord Star shining evermore. Joy, allegiance, joy, loyalty to this nation, Liberia. If my people who are poor by money will humble themselves and seek my face, I will rise and build their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nation will come to your rising. I prophesy, kingdom will come to your life. Together, let's keep the peace. What's in unity, we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise, and take your place. Whatever
of land of Liberia.
Show your allegiance, show your to this nation, Liberia. Show your allegiance,
Showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia.
on the flesh is forever.
What a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the show.
The star is for republic.
Welcome to Bits and Pieces, Ratchet Voice of Liberia. 104.1 in Monrovia, 90.7 in Bangabon County,
Of independence,
89.7 in Kakata, Maigibi County, 96.7 live in Grand Bassa, Buchanan City,
we are known as first people.
95.7 in Lofad and other frequency across the country. It's on another hot, very hot Wednesday from the nation's capital, Monrovia. Welcome to the show. It is time that we come together. It is time we sit around the table. Let's converse at the moment to talk about the issues of concern to our country. There are a lot of issues happening. Too many issues happening in Liberia, and too many of them are not in the interest of our country. Too many of them not in the interest of our people. And of course, we're going to talk about those issues this afternoon on the show. What are the issues? Who are those we intend to talk to? 3 o'clock, we'll have former deputy director will be here. The man said he wants to talk about President Bwakai recent State of the Nation address. And so we will give him the platform at 3 o'clock. But what are the issues? Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf pushed for reconciliation between President Joseph Boakai and Liberia former presidents. We're going to talk about that. What does it mean for our country? What is happening at the House of Representatives? Why is Richard Kuhn consistently adjourning session when issues have been raised by his colleagues, lawmakers, especially that has to do with the executive? He's always adjourning section. But we're going to talk about it. And we are told another demolition is currently taking place around the 72nd and other areas. As we move on with the show, provide the updates right here this afternoon on the show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia and other frequency across the country. It's good to have all of you listening, and those of you watching, share the show, invite others to join the show. Let's have a friendly conversation together this afternoon. And those of you watching, just leave a comment in the comment section, and of course we acknowledge those of you watching. And so all you need to do now is to just leave a comment in the comment section, and definitely we will acknowledge all of you watching. And so the cash giveaway is on. I'm giving out 10,000. I'm giving 15,000, 20,000. I'm also giving out 50,000 Liberian dollars, bag of rice, or I'm giving out phones as well. So, I mean, I think it's an opportunity for you, and you need to play multiple times. We all know how things are tough nowadays in Liberia. Like my boss, Sekou, always say that eating has become an achievement in Liberia. And so, I mean, it's just important that you make use of this opportunity by dialing the code *799 *8# by dialing *799 # by dialing *799 *8#. You play with just 200 Liberian dollars. Mind you, today is Wednesday, and today is the jackpot day. Yes, the jackpot day. And so that's why you have to play multiple times, play as many times you can play, so that you'll be able to win either of the prizes that we're giving out. *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. Play with 200 Liberian dollars. Let's get the 5 presents. The first 5 presents. Play multiple times. Play as many times you can play, so that you stand a chance to win either of the prizes that we're giving out. So those of you watching, leave a comment in the comment section, and of course we're going to acknowledge all of you watching. Henry Tito Jr. says, good afternoon, I'm watching from my residence in Kawa. He said, thanks for the great information to our country, Liberia. William Debbie Wulu says, the Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson is watching live from Upper Kawa, Monrovia, Liberia. He says, good afternoon, brother. How are you doing? Stanley Sharif has joined us. Stanley says, congratulations to all peaceful citizens that are following the show today. Welcome, fellow Liberians. And there are too many issues we have on our plate. And as, like I said earlier, Never Kotu will be here, former deputy director. He will be our guest. He wants to talk about the president recent State of the Nation address and the demolition that is taking place everywhere now in Moserado County. And so we've given him the platform, and so he will be here. This person says, good afternoon to the peace-loving citizens of Pokpa District in Kibon County, Western Liberia. Okay, Stanley Sharif. Okay, so welcome. Let's move on. And so, fellow Liberians, I want to say welcome to all of you, wherever you are, and how best you go about listening. There is this thing that is happening in the legislature. And I think it is important that all of us Liberians talk about some of these things that are happening. I think the House of Representatives, those that were elected to the House of Representatives in 2023, they were elected to represent the people, their people. But what we've observed now is on the contrary. When the lawmakers are raising issues and they are writing communication to the House on issues that has to do with the lives of their people or issues that affect the lives of their people, what's happening is that Richie Nangbe-Kun, the region speaker, will normally adjourn section. For what reason? And I think we need to say some things about this thing, and we need to say some things to Richie Kun. And I've always said, and I will say again, that Liberia is not, a farm for an individual. It's not, Liberia is not a farm for even President Joseph Boakai. We all are Liberians. President Boakai is president today. He will leave. And I mean, others will come to that position as president. Weah was president. You had, how you call, former President Shelley was here as president as well. And she left the stage. Same with George Weah. George Weah was president, he left. Today it is Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai will automatically leave, and there will be others who will come. So it's just an opportunity that has been given to Joseph Boakai. It doesn't in any way mean that he should continue to bring people close to him and people that understands nothing about what they do. And I think it's wrong. And I think it's completely wrong. As a Speaker of the House of Representatives, you have a responsibilities. You have a responsibilities. Some of your responsibilities will be, you preside over the House sections. You preside over session. Be able to interpret the rules and procedures of the House of Representatives. And not to be doing the kind of thing to your colleague. When there are issues and they're erecting the House of Representatives so that some of the people that are involved or that should be questioned, and you have one region speaker sits there and will not want a discuss because that discussion affects or it has something to do with the executive. As a speaker, you are to sign bills into law or send them back if the House feels that that bill is not in the interest of the Liberian people. You are to represent the House in an official capacity. Sometimes you leave and go other countries to represent the House. But to have a Speaker of the House of Representatives, to have a Speaker of the country, to be sidelined continuously, sideline his colleagues. Not to flag issues that affect the lives of their people. then I'm wondering as to why we should even have such a person as a speaker. Then I'm even wondering why we should have such a person as a speaker of the country. Because issues that the lawmakers feel that they are affecting their people, I mean, they have the right. It is part of their responsibilities to read the plenary, ensure that the requisite authority be invited to the House of Representatives. And so it is frustrating, very frustrating, that a Richard Coon, that the lawmakers, too many of them fought for. They back him when he was here illegally collecting the salary of a speaker during the crisis at the House of Representatives, when he was never a speaker, but he was being backed by the people. He was backed by, majority of the lawmakers. And so at this point in time, to come and start to behave the way he's behaving, I think it's disappointing. And this is where you lawmakers of the House of Representatives should have it at the back of your mind that you are not just sent to that place to go and make business. Why you should even be intimidated by a Richard Cohn? Because sometimes when these things happen, you are afraid. You are afraid. Every time, you are intimidated, you go quiet, you don't want to speak out. You don't want to speak out. I read a story this morning on one of the local dailies, and I was like, wow, are you kidding me? Is this Liberia that we all, were hoping to see? Under President Joseph Boakai, is it the Liberia that Liberians were yearning to see? That Liberians' expectations were very high for? Is this the Liberia? Or what sort of Liberia you Liberians were wishing to see? And I'm going to read a portion of that story. Liberia House of Representatives plunged into another episode of open disorder after Speaker Richard Cohn abruptly adjourned the plenary session amid a heated dispute over a looming invasion around the camp Ramro military barracks in Monrovia. That's the 72nd bell. The confrontation started when Montserrat County District Number 5 Representative Priscilla Cooper formally petitioned the House for permission to summon senior officials of the Ministry of National Defense and the Armed Forces of Liberia to explain a reported 14-day ultimatum issued to residents occupying land adjacent to the camp installation. The request touched a raw nerve in a legislature already strained by internal division, unresolved questions of authority, and a pattern of disorderly sections on Okon's speakership. With the meetings, the chamber devolved into sharp exchanges with lawmakers, split between those warning of national scrutiny, that security sensitives, and those insisting that civilian property rights and legislative oversight will not be subordinated to executive flight. As voice rose and order freed, Cohn struck the gavel. That's the gavel, and adjourned the sitting ahead of schedule. ahead of schedule, leaving Cooper's communication unopened and the issue unresolved. Look, let me say this. We don't have the luxury of time to say we're going to read all of this, letter and all of that, or this script. But I think her communication was about the people. Her issue was about her people. You cannot go to a place and just carry out demolition. You just demolish the people places all around the place. They're demolishing people places everywhere along the route. And according to Priscilla communication, those family reached out to her. They reached out to her and they presented documents. They presented to her documents that show that they are the owners of those properties. So why is it that their properties are being demolished? But Rachel Kuhn will sit there and adjourn session because the people that Priscilla is pushing for them to be invited, they work for the executive. And so they should not be, that kind of conversation should not be held at the legislature. What's that? Where are we heading as a country and people? How did we even, get here, fellow Liberians? How did we? I'm yet to understand. A lot of people are in tears. A lot of people are hurt from the current decision taking place all around the country. Just demolishing people's properties. But I want you to listen to this lady. I want you to listen to this lady, fellow Liberians. I will get it up for you and you listen to her. The House of Representatives should be cognizant of the fight. In fact, Speaker Rachel Kuhn, not even the House of Representatives, but Speaker Rachel Kuhn should be cognizant of the fact that these people that are affected, they are Liberians. They are our relatives. They are our family. They are our friends. They are our brothers and sisters. And those that are in government too, they are Liberians too now. Should we prioritize the politics over the people? I don't think it should be so. I don't think it should be that way. The interests of the people is what I think should be prioritized. The interest of the people, I think, is what that should be prioritized. And not someone's personal interest. Not because of one person's selfish political gain. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Rachel Kuhn, will be behaving in such form and manner. That Rachel Kuhn will be behaving in such form and manner. I think it's completely wrong. When you listen to the people, when you listen to the citizen, you get disappointed. You even sit and wonder. That's why I said the other day that I'm disappointed in Daniel Sando. And I was clear. And I still maintain that. I'm disappointed in Daniel Sando. To have even, come to the public and made that kind of comment. I mean, it's bad. That was very bad for him. And very bad for the government. Not only him as an individual, but the government as a whole. And we are still calling on the president. We are still calling on the president, President Joseph Boakai. We are calling on President Joseph Boakai to rush in and assist the people. They are Liberians. We need to cater to them at this point in time. We need to cater to them at this point in time. We cannot continue to do this. We cannot continue to do this. It is completely wrong. And I think even when people have issue with these people, the government can sit with the people and have some of the conversation to ensure that it is resolved. And people properties not being demolished everywhere. But see what is happening now to the people. See what is happening now to the people. The people are in tears. The people are in tears everywhere. What's that? Where are we heading now as a country? Where are we heading now as a country? You know what it means? People contemplating of even getting food to eat. They can't get food to eat. Think about bringing down their property. And then one speaker sits there and don't want the people and don't want the lawmakers to read the House of Representatives to speak about the issues that affect the people. We have said this thing and we'll continue to say that Richard Kuhn then doesn't mean well for the country. We have said it and we'll continue to say that Richard Kuhn, the legs of Thomas Fowler, those guys doesn't mean well for this country. On a very serious note. But again, there are too many of the guys at the House of Representatives who are very unserious too. So because of, the way they are, that's why Richard Kuhn will continue to treat them the way he's treated them, because they want to be the way they are. So Richard Kuhn will continue to treat them the way he's treated them. What? Your colleagues that you all were elected as lawmakers, you go to the House of Representatives, when they want to talk about issues affecting their communities, then you sit and say you adjourn session, you don't want to talk, you knocking gavel everywhere. Who do you feel you are? But sometimes you don't want to blame Richard Kuhn, because you lawmakers, you have the numbers. You have the numbers. You can just take one day to get that Regine speaker out of that place as speaker. But you sit there and you after your belly. Too many of you go to that place to enrich yourself. So what you expect? That's why Richard Kuhn will continue to do what he's doing. That's why he will continue to behave the way he's behaving. Where are we heading as a country and a people? That even lawmakers will be sidelined of speaking out on behalf of their people. Is that politics? Is that politics? If that is a politics, what sort of politics is that? I thought politics should be about issue-based. I thought it should be about issue-based. And now what's happening, what we're seeing on the leadership of Joseph Boakai. But the lawmakers, some of you, we hold you responsible for what's happening. Because if you were serious, then today we're saying something else. William Bono has joined us. He says, "Good afternoon, brother. I'm watching from 18th Street Sinker." Moton Jedo says, "I'm following you from Billy Bokri City, Statutory District, Sino County." He says, Saturday Zonwie Woodule has joined us and says, "I'm watching from the USA. Welcome, guys. Share the show. And those of you watching, just leave a comment in the comment section. And of course, we acknowledge those of you watching. So we can go now to the lines and take few calls on this thing. Or what we do, let's do it this way because we don't have the luxury of time. So those of you calling, just hold on with the call, please. I'll take maybe 4-5 minutes. And let me play this audio. I want to play this audio of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. If I've not admired any message since the beginning of this year, there's a need that I made on this platform that this coming from the former president of the Republic of Liberia, former President Sirleaf. I mean, it worth listening to. On a very serious note, and I want us to listen to her for maybe 30 seconds. Then we'll just say a few things about what she said, what it meant for the government of Joseph Boakai, and what it implies to Joseph Boakai. Then we'll go to the lines. Then we'll take few calls and hear from you Liberians on this thing. And then we'll have our guests coming on at 3 o'clock. Let's I think this is it. Where is it? Let me get it quick. So keep playing the cash giveaway. *799 *8 hash. Keep dialing *799 *8 hash. You keep dialing *799 *8 hash. You keep dialing *799 *8 hash. And let's move on. Let's go.
To question the decision made. I don't think that's the role. What I would like to see, which has not happened, maybe we get it happen. And one of these days, when President Boakai himself is ready, he will call the truth on the president and he will say what he thinks. You know, we may want to just make a suggestion, give an idea, make a comment. That's as far as I want to do. I want to stay in touch with them, but I'm not going to be. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I want to see 3 of you in the room. We're talking about Liberia.
Okay, so you listen to the former president. Let me.
And I've always been communication. I do not call them to question the decision made. I don't think that's the role. What I would like to see, which has not happened, maybe we get it happen. And one of these days, when President Boakai himself is ready, he will call the truth on the president and he will say what he thinks. You know, we may want to just make a suggestion, give an idea, make a comment. That's as far as I want to do. I want to stay in touch with them, but I'm not going to be there. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. So you listen to the former president, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of the Republic of Liberia. You listen to her. She made this comment when she appeared on, I think that was still radio. That was when she made this comment. But listen, fellow Liberians, when you listen to former President Sirleaf, this her comment, what it says to you. I'm asking all of us Liberians, all of us, that we've conversed to talk about issues affecting our country. When you listen to the message, when you listen to the former president, If you have the opportunity to watch the video, go to the video. When she was quizzed, while responding, you could see from her physical morphology that things not well. And I want to say this. We have said this thing continuously, and we will continue to say that there's a need that President Bwaka reach out. There's a need that President Bwaka reach out. And look, this is not a good thing for this old man. And I know people around him will say, oh, this, that. They're taking all kinds of message to this old man. And I don't think they're doing well for the president. They're not doing well for the executive. And I want to be on record for this. The former president, from what she spoke about, or from what she said, it tells any Liberian that, things not fine. And that Bwaka isn't a reconciler. Look, let me tell you something. If this old man was, a very good president, or if he was a reconciler, or someone who have, that mind of reconciliation, at this time, we could not have the kind of noise we have now in this country. We could not have the kind of noise that we have now in this country. Let me tell you something. Now, what's happening now at some of the areas where, they're doing what the companies are operating? You know what the guys doing? The guys at the Ministry of Lands and Mines, where the companies operating, they can go and do their check. They go to the NEC stuff to see the number of votes that CDC got there and the number of votes that the Unity Party got there. If you feel that, or if they check and see that maybe during the election, the Unity Party could not get that number to top the ruling establishment, the former ruling establishment, what they're doing now is that place, whether you sign MOU or not, you will be sitting there and will get people from different places that voted the Unity Party to go there and have the opportunity to work. What a sweeping job or whatever. At the end of the day, the community won't even get the benefit that they should get as a community. So what sort of grudge is this? I thought we're done with that whole political stuff since 2023. And we're into the 3 years of the Unity Party regime. Let me say something to you regarding the former president's statement. Former President George Weah when he won in 2017, he reached out. He went to even the current president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Bwaka. He reached out to Joseph Bwaka. He went to former President Sirleaf at the time, but we are aware. Because of even the relationship with he and former President Sirleaf. And that's why he kept some things, he could not do certain things because the relationship he tried to build with the former president and needed, to have the country quiet and not a country where everyone will have, that kind of growth for each other, will be divided and all kinds of stuff. He decided to reconcile with the former president, the former vice president, at the time, the immediate former vice president and the immediate former president. Too many things happened at some point in time when even Joe was sick. Besides that former president, we have helped Joe Buakai. Why is it that Joe cannot reach out to former President Sharif? Let me say former President George Weah. There are some things you need that assistance from George Weah. Don't see him like your enemy, and you don't want to work with him, and you just feel maybe going around him, I don't do what to you. That's wrong. That is completely wrong. We expected you to reach out to former President Weah. If you are a reconciler. But now you see, now we are divided. Liberia, this country, we divided now. And that's why I was asking someone of recent. I said, but why every time you walk in the street, the principal street now, you just see everybody angry? But why people angry everywhere? Just take time off and just move around and see. This morning I was coming to work and I decided to pass around. I think public work. Yes, I think public work. Yeah, public works. And so everyone just fine up. It's like, wow, what's going on? People angry. I was like, why people angry? Even on the Facebook, people angry. Why people angry? President Buakai, from what the former president said, it clearly says to us that you are not a reconciler. And look, let me say this. I don't want to bite and blow. But if this continues, you might not succeed as a president of the country. Why it is true that we pray that you succeed, but what you want to achieve as a president, you will find it difficult to achieve, because you know what? You need former President Weah. There are some things that you need former President Weah to get him out of this space, and you think that you come and you succeed. I think it will be difficult. And that's what the government honor your leadership. You're fighting and doing all kinds of things, and things not going well. And that's what things not going well. But people around you will not say these things to you. And President Joseph Boakai, that's just the reality. You need to reach out. You will need to reach out. Communicate with the people, say to them, oh, George Weah, you my son. Forget about whatever happened during the election. Let's talk about Liberia. Sit with the people. You talk about the overall development of the country. You talk about the developmental. You can move the country far. But if you mind the boys around you that misleading you on a daily basis, and they say to you, George Weah should be the one coming to you, then I don't know. Then I don't know, because you are the president now. You have a pivotal role to play in the maintenance of the peace of this country. That's the first thing. You have a pivotal role to play in the maintenance of the peace of this country. So you want to set an opposition organized reconciliatory event? Or opposition, organized reconciliation? Or you should be the one taking the lead and reaching out to them? But let's go to the lines and take few calls. 3 o'clock, we'll have our guests coming in. The cash giveaway is on. 3 persons can play now two times. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. has joined us. Welcome to the show. Moton Jedo has also joined us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We can now go to the lines and take few calls. 0773419502, 0773419502, 0773419502, 0773419502. Better stay 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564 are the numbers. Let's go to the lines and begin taking the calls. This person, good afternoon, welcome. What's your name, from where you call?
Good afternoon, Mr. White.
Good afternoon.
My name is Levi. I'm calling you afternoon from
Levi, go ahead.
Yeah, the issue of the chapel of being no lawmaker. In my mind, they look for things. What they are getting. Because the project is that, so you went to school, you in your class, and you know the student is smart, you know. They all were there. They know that the man, not a smart person. But then, they decided to punish the country for almost 1 year because they wanted him. They took money out. I think it's not who was disappointed yesterday. I think he supported you, right? Okay. So they saw it. But because they wanted money, they wanted money to satisfy themselves. So they never had time for the black people. Because even the United Women was there what he did. He went to Satan, he told the people they must go and petition the law. Because even they were to petition them before the demonstration. What do I want to do? Nothing I want to do. The other people Africa, they crack. Then still we go never have that and they say what I wanted to do. So whatever we are going through, sometimes we live for it because it's not of fire. We will always let people who are not in the interest. You see now, some of them are regretting today because apparently whether you were there for them, whether they hate you or not, but you were there for them. But today they brought one up, and then they say that love makes us.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name for where you join us? You're live on the show. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Way, for your splendid conversation this afternoon.
Go ahead.
This is the mayor who speaks for the common people. I'm the common people chairman, and I join you from Tokyo District 4.
Go ahead.
As a CEO of this show, I beg you, I need your clemency. Please.
He said, wow, they watch you. Look at you. My go ahead about 30 seconds. Go ahead.
I want to speak on the part of the former president and our reconciliation call.
Go ahead.
First things first, is anyone in there wildest imagination thinking that President Weah is going to call and, reconciliatory meeting, then that just means that President Blanca should step out of presidency so that we can have President Weah to preserve or reconciling the nation. That's just what they are saying in essence. But here's the thing, Georgie. There is this soldiers or scientists called Havigos. Havigos says there is star institution for everything. So there was time for reconciling the country when the former president lost the election and he handed out olive branch by calling this current president and telling him congratulations because the premier had then said after the war, the first a transition from one government to another was done between Madam Sharif and George Weah. And when that happened, the former president went magnanimously to this current president house. We saw the video when he sat in the living room.
Okay.
And asking for recommendation.
This
president, let me just go through. I beg you, 10 seconds, I beg you. This president has refused to do it. He mean the president for using the presidential law that he built. He mean the president for using the airport. The people are calling the president a brain small and mosquito brain.
Thank you. Please, I don't want us to go that route. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name from where you call?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. This is Stanley Sharif. I join you from Broadview, district number 17, Sprouts on the Grand Cape County.
Stanley, go ahead from Grand Cape. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. Oh, Brother Joe, you see, the House of Representatives for now, they are not trusted anymore. Because from the initial state, when the whole thing started from the Capitol building there, the regime speaker, he said he is a regime speaker. So anything outside of the regime, I don't think Honorable Richard Nagbe will take it in consideration for them to discuss it in the House of Parliament because of transparency.
And that's completely wrong.
Because of transparency issues in that particular house make for them to impeach or possibly remove a fanatical fire in that particular position. Because of that, because can you imagine his colleagues from the opposition, they all rise against him in the name of fanatical fire one for them to order the house. So some of us we said in the previous regime and we said in key position in our house at the end of the day, when they order the house, they will go out. So they all rise against Kofa today. Where are they? Some of them are done written for them to remove Kofa today when they even push an agenda to the house that their voices will not be here until my brother we insert until the particular stage they are finished. Next government can in power, but nothing tangible we expect. Leadership in the House of Parliament.
Thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? From where you call? From Tingo Village. Go ahead. Let's hear you. You're live. Okay. So nothing Google camera out of the BG, Thank you. Let's hear from others. Hello, welcome. You live. Let's hear you. We have our guests already. Hello, welcome. We'll take maybe 2-3 calls. We'll take a break and come back and join our guests. You said, what's your name?
I'm Johnson calling from Dubo District 4.
Mr. Johnson, let's hear you. Let's hear you.
You see, we spoke yesterday, we talked about this speaker that the horse honor the gabble of this man. The horse will be this away. People were looking. People saw it wrong yesterday. They were thinking that good. And we were speaking. We said that man looking violent. They man looking a violent person. They kind of person can't be a nice leader. You see the arrogance in the person. Then you still force the person to lead group of people. Yeah. Now for different discipline. So that's why you see going on. President Kubo was there yesterday and they were praising the man and they stood up for the man to be the speaker. So that's why you see nothing going on. They can't just make the executive. Everything that comes, it just pass like water passing. So
okay.
I see the concept going now.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm patient calling from Duporo.
Go ahead. Let's hear you from Duporo.
George, thank God you brought this discussion. I told people that in the Baka regime, on the regime speaker, no opposition force will be here now. Thank God you brought it up. You can just bring on the lawmaker then. Meaning our opposition lawmaker then. When they move forward, and now they here in our house. So, that's why you get when you vote for regime speaker. Like the brother said, you voted for regime speaker. You were innocent as of far westness. They want to news out of far westness. So crucify and Kufa. Like today, we can listen to them. Now, what you get when you vote for care, you get care result.
Hey, thank you. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. You're live on the show. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. You're live. Let's hear you. 30 seconds, please.
Thank you. My name is Peter.
Peter, go ahead.
I like to speak on a reconciliation aspect. Or if any Latino would think that Joseph Boakai going to reconcile this country, yeah, I don't know where you are coming from. You are not following history. Because this is the same Boakai that took over United Party, and United Party begins the term. We had a United Party of Joseph Boakai, and we had a United Party of Manaseli. It didn't stop there. Joseph Boakai progressed to the CPP. What did he do? He damaged the CPP. He said, cancel the CPP, and the CPP was back and that's what there. Then we were warning people, let us not give this to our country. Because we know it's a strong record. The strong record is not that of reconciliatory. The strong record is so contented. People didn't listen to us, the gaming like do. What do we see today on the street of Monrovia? We see the Carolinas, Liberia, we see the Carolinas, Monrovia. We are segmented, we are fragmented. There is a George, and then we have faction of Liberia. There is a Quaker faction, and there are other independent factions. So this is what the guy know how to do best. He know how to divide people. He has divided this nation.
Thank you.
That is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get this final caller quickly. Then we'll take a break and join our guest.
Good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Peter David Castle.
Go ahead.
Under the street line in Lower Johnson. George, a genuine reconciliation can only exist through a patriotic leadership. The guys at the epicenter of power currently, they are not patriotic and to the Liberian people.
You think so?
And we were here. Yes, they are very much faithful. They are only there for themselves, and that's why the country is running the way it is like. We were here when Eddie took power. We were doing all our party, but Eddie got on national reconciliation. You could not clearly distinguish between the opposition and that of the ruling establishment. The opposition and the ruling establishment were working together. We saw that much yesterday when the outbreak of the Ebola. You saw how that Joseph from the opposition worked along with the government and to ensure that Ebola should be eradicated. And we are came to power also. We have created that particular avenue and between the opposition and the ruling establishment. Just out of our political differences in this particular country, no one group of individuals owns Liberia. So you are being at the epicenter of power, create an avenue for everyone. You have to reconcile with the real political leader. That's the only way your developmental drive will be actualized. And with the advent of that, just like my Boakai, you are heading anywhere. You need to elevate your thinking horizon and forget about those your surrogates that are only there to attract money from the Liberian people.
Thank you, Castle.
The Liberian people work. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. It has all been said. Too much study without play makes Jack a dull boy. So we take some more music. And like we announced earlier, our guest is Mr. Never Kotu. Will be our guest this afternoon on the show. He's already here. Well seated. I see him tightening his belt. Getting set for the conversation. And so right after this very short musical interlude, we will bring our guest on the stream and welcome him to
Oh, Sakuna, Sakuna, hey. Oh, Sakuna, Sakuna, hey. Oh, Sakuna, Sakuna, hey. Oh, Sakuna, Sakuna, hey. Business when we did, come back here. When we try finish, we go back. Oh, Sakuna,
And of course, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show after a very short musical break. I mean, let's bring our guest on the camera. Okay, so like we announced earlier, our guest is Never Kotu. Never is a former and deputy director. This afternoon, we've invited him to talk about too many other issues in Liberia. We're going to talk about too many issues. And so we want to say good afternoon to all of you listening. Those of you watching, you can continue to share the live, invite others to join the show. And if you're listening via the radio, just maximize the volume of a receiver. And of course, we're going to have a very, very wonderful conversation here that we can assure you. Young Lawrence Bao says, I'm following from the theater of Liberian politics, Capitol Building. Welcome, Lawrence. Viniso Junior Bar says, I'm watching. Papi Escata says, good afternoon. I'm watching from Dupo Route. Welcome. And so let's leave it as it is and welcome our guest to the platform. Mr. Kotu, welcome to the show.
Thank you, George. Happy New Year.
Are you getting yourself? Okay. Welcome.
Excuse me. Behaving a President Boga. Sorry. Just kidding.
Welcome. How are you? Long time.
I'm doing fine. Yeah, still in our late corner and following the issues. What is going on within our country?
Okay. Let's get it ball going. I want us to begin with the return of former President Weah. Talk about the demolition exercise before going to the speech of the former president. I know there are a few portions in the president's recent State of the Nation address that you will want us to touch, you want to talk about. We'll run to it. But I mean, how's the CDC, how's the opposition life going with you?
Well, opposition life is going fine.
Okay.
We're trying our best to put things together to see how best we can bring President Weah back 2029. And it is glaring when you get out there, you get a view of the people that have selfie in the pin, and most of them missing former President Weah.
You from the opposition, you seditions, looking at what the government is doing, looking at some of the development they're carrying out across the country. You listen to too many of them, they talk about route across the country, you know, and just too many other things, some of them name out. Are you guys still of the conviction that former President Weah will come back to the presidency 2029?
George, when you talk about development, if there is development, the people will feed it, they will see it. So I think the only development I see out there is the suffering of the Liberian people, the hardship, nothing else. And where President Weah left this country is the sinful mark this government is working on. Nothing else.
You think nothing has changed?
Nothing. For God's sake, tell me, since President Boka took over, where and how he had carried on a groundbreaking ceremony for a project. You're a journalist. Tell me. Tell me, Josh. Nowhere. So tell me, for God's sake, if President Boka were going to take over this country 2018, the country was going to damage. Because it is the system that former President Weah set that what they're relying on. You can see most of the project former President Weah left, that what they're relying on. President Boka had never signed any document to carry on a project. Everything is about President Weah. So if President Weah were not going to take over this country 2018 and we're going to get the country out of Boca, for God's sake, stand the labor finish. That be frank, you can see how they're governing the country. There is no leadership. There is no passion for leadership. No concern. No feeling for the people. The people stood under the rain, under the sun, they gave you power. Every leader will govern with conscience. But Boca and officials, no conscience. All they believe in lies. Lies. And you will not keep lying to the people. Because sometimes the people will get fed up with your lies. Even when you say the truth, they will not want to listen to the truth. Because they notice that you always lying to them. So they will not believe you. And that's what happened to the government. The Boca, the officials, all of them just believe in lies. There's no project. You still relying on former president. We have project. Then you're angry. Angry for what? Come on, we're on a project that people see and say yes. For the 2-year experience in government, so you are only in government sitting and eating public money with no idea, nothing you can bring to the table. I mean, I see no reason why Manasadi make the Labrador people understand that she can't trust Boca with Labrador. 2017, she said, I can't trust Boca with Labrador. He's now a leader. He's just a follower. And you can see, George, you really see leadership in Boca? Let me be here. You really see leadership in Boca? You can see leadership in Boca. You serve a bad president. You serve under the former and the late President Doe regime. I mean, nothing people can see of Boca. And some of the mistakes that people made. Because before you elect people to office, you must see their mark. What have been their performance? What they serve? What have been their connection? You think that people voted Ellen because she was a beautiful woman? No. They voted Ellen because she had a connection. She worked with IMF, she worked with the international community and whatsoever because the connection was there. And you saw when Ellen took over, how the country was going with her connection. The same ambassador, former president Weah, he had a connection. He worked with the international community. He played football out there. He had a connection. So when he took over, he saw how the government was running. Everything was smooth. The connection was there. Everything was going well.
They've argued about the reduction in the price of rice. They have said, I mean, during your leadership or under your leadership or the CDC, you people could not, reduce the price of rice. You could not manage to ensure that the price of rice is reduced. They've spoke about the electricity thing that, electricity now is stable all across Liberia, especially, I want to be specific. Let me say Maserado, and other areas. How can you respond to the kind of issues
George,
from the government?
When it comes to the issue, our problem is not rest. Our problem is not rest. And when you talk about the issue of rest, the people were complaining during President Weah time. I mean, there was no food, there was no rest. People weren't complaining. Even we that serve in the government of President Weah, sometimes, mom will take rice and carry to friends, relatives, other people, them will give rice to them, other things. But the government doing it? Can you imagine? They tell you that they reduce the price, but they can't make themselves available afford to take rice to their people in the community. People who work in the pool water, who are shouting, rescue. They can take a cup of rice to them. You say you reduce rep price to what level? Like for instance, if bag of rice will cost $2,000 and I have maybe $15 US, and I carry the $15, they will tell me to add Liberty on it. So what's the reduction of the price? It's just the same. And trying to blindfold the people. Because what they did is that they're holding on to the Liberty making the Liberian people to feel that tin prices drop. But if I take $5 somewhere to go buy something, maybe I say me buy $10 current. When I get it, let me say put $400 on it. So what's the reduction? Before even leaving my house to come here, George, no current at my house since yesterday. You tell me about stable electricity. Even sometimes I can be listening to your show. Sometimes you can go up. Yeah, I can be wondering about what's the cost. It is because of current. So why is the stable electricity? You will keep lying to the people, and you know your lana holding water. Why you can't be sincere to the people and tell the people the truth? You make the people understand that you have solution to the problem, and then they give you power. After giving you power, then you come in by and say, "But Joe, we are anyone like that." Is that the reason the people give you power to shave blame? You still shaving blame? After making the people understand you have the experience, you have the connection. 2 years, you still shaving blame? It's just looking at you get your, maybe you have your girlfriend and somebody see your girl, say, "Oh, I like the girl." But since George can apply the girl hair every month, I will apply her hair every 2 weeks. When the person take the girl, at the end of the day, then he complaining. But George used to apply your hair every month. So when I take 2 months, apply your hair like anything. After telling the girl, say you do it 2 weeks. How the government looking? Everything is just contradicting. Lies, rhetoric, everything now what they on. To the extent, even if you listen to the finance minister and provoking the Liberian people talking about they will try to open bread and butter ministry. A provocation. Because you don't have problem. He's not able to solve the problem. He's not understanding what is happening in the country. Is it? And let's be frank. If it is only that help the Unity Party government doing Manasariptan. If only were here, you are going to see the Unity Party boasting. Because can you imagine every month, so now Omil take pay almost close to 30 million in our economics. Now what happened there? But no Omil, we're doing things on our own. All the guys that come aboard are so flunky. Nothing they know. They just boast. Be thankful to former President we are for setting all the kind of system that today they rely on and they're causing us, but they have no idea, nothing they brought to the table. When they took over more ID, they were boasting around here. Oh, water, what's the water? Since 1 month now, no water. You can have no solution to Liberian problem. All they after is to steal. They are not financially disciplined, but so lie, rhetoric. And now what they on? And you see what the Liberian people going through.
And you think you'll hunt after them, 2029?
Sure. Oh, but George, you're a journalist. You always are there. You can hear the crowd of the people. You can understand. Sometimes you go places to Ataisha, you see the people telling you, George, we are time was better. George, we are time was better. George, we are time was all red, this and that. This time, before 6 o'clock, the whole street empty. Or 8 o'clock, the whole street, everybody afraid. Nobody getting anything to go somewhere to sit down to put their test. Nothing at the camp. My brother, 2029, nobody, even the opposition, not going to tell people, say, you go vote Joe we are. They are said will take upon themselves, they say, they're going to vote Joe we are. Nobody going to explain to them because they know what they're going through. They know. Because George we are said they were better than the people. If even get a put 20 years, nothing they will do. Nothing. The first thing, the woman have no connection. He traveled 2 years, nothing you can see. You prepare your agenda. The IMF tell you say, now we are this day. Can you imagine? It's too shameful. For there is anything here, the only way will maybe that 2050 or 2080.
You're talking about the budget.
I talk more the arrest agenda. Imagine. So everything they put doing is just fake, lies, rhetoric, and relying on the Liberian people. Quality and all of things. Even President Boka, for God's sake, George, why will a president have two convoy? Oh, look at his age. He still won't live in luxury. What you doing with luxury for your age? The only thing you need to do to serve like bring people so God can bless you. At least tomorrow when you pass, go to heaven, let God say yes. But nothing. You still won't live in luxury, old man like you, for your age? Even me now, yeah, I ain't thinking about luxury. All we think on is that the country should be better and other people should have opportunity to serve. People should not low down people. Because if that opportunity is created, everyone ought to serve. My brother, nobody will be running to people's houses for anything. Nobody will be begging people. And that's what President Weah was trying to do to make sure that everybody have that opportunity. If you're in a Zinran hall, you make sure you have a concrete house and live a better life. But people don't understand that they went and listened to local lies, rhetoric, fake propaganda. That's what we are today. But nothing the government will do for the Liberian people. You give them the next 20 years.
Okay. Mr. Kotu, let's move into the president recent State of the Nation address. Too many things the president spoke about, and I mean, it has led to too many debates, different debates in the corner of the country. People say, "Oh, the president lied." People say, "Oh, all of what the president said, they were factual and all of that."
But George,
why it is true that the information minister came in and said some things. But what's your stance specifically to the issue of job creation? The president said 70,000 jobs were created. What's your stance? What do you make of it?
George, before I get to the issue of the job creation, I think you can see the contradiction in some of the ministers of this government. Because it's not issue for even people to be in a corner discussing, because the information minister make it clear. He's the official spokesperson of the government. Now, what the president said was lie.
Okay.
And you see it? So there's no argument for that. So the 2 hours the president stood for, what he was saying was just also lie. And the information minister telling us the president lie. So there's no argument to that. On the issue of job creation, for God's sake, when you create job for people, the people will feel the impact within the country. The people will see, the people will know. You gotta go call normal or figure that you created so amount of job, and which of course is not real. To the extent some of his officials taking document to various radio station to prove, but when they take the document, it is not the reality. They're still using the CDC job creation document. What the CDC created, the same job. I mean, the job CDC created. So it tell you how to put fake. You say the man ride keke, like job creation. The man selling gas on his house. Okay, like for example, this morning my friend myself was walking and I saw city police people fighting some of the boys on the side that are selling gas. So my friend said to them, just stop. So the job you said you're created for the people. Now the same people you're fighting them to leave the sour, and you told us that the job you're created for them. Why are you taking the man gas for him? He said, "Oh, my man, not bring politics." I said, "No, not politics. The man bringing the man telling the truth. Because you say you created a job for the people. The man selling, then you're taking the gas for him. So where's the job? Even the men can come in the morning, my man, you get some there, yeah, let me throw your there away. They said a job they created. In your mind, you show that I mean that those things you refer to as job.
Okay.
You see the children walking in the street with BB iron or iron and thing. You say that job you created. Why you not be honest to the people? You keep lying to the people. And on, and now what the information minister came out, he make it clear. He said, I mean, what all the president was saying is not true. So where's the argument going? Nowhere. You just wasted our time. Even to the extent the president making us shame. You serving government for the 2 years. He don't even understand protocol.
Probably the 70,000, people employed. They are different ministry and agency.
But you get to about 200 points from the Ministry of State. So you replace them. You don't replace them. Up to this time, someone receiving message on their phone, but the money not going to them. Somebody from the Ministry of State taking the money. You went transport ministry. You took people of job. All institution then you talk about say you create. What is job you created? You know, create a job. You will not keep lying to the people because lie will not hold water here again, no more. And we from the opposition, we gave them 2 years. But the next 4 years, we're not sitting. We're not going to sit for the people to damage the country. Because when we come back tomorrow, the burden will be on us. What they did after Ellen left, we sat down and put our heart together to make sure that we solve the problem. They came up with a lot of propaganda. 16 billion, this, that, and that's some of the things they row on. So this time, we're not going to sit. We from the opposition, the 4 years to allow people to damage the country. Because if they damage this country, when we come out of power, we'll face serious problem. And they will be the same people out there telling the children, say, you see, we'll tell the program to wait. So this time around, we'll put their feet to the fire. We're not going to get a chance. Every day we'll be out there talking to our people and making our people understand. We're going to put their feet to the fire. We're not going to sit to allow the old man, 84-year-old man can't damage your country at the end of the day, no future for our children. For what reason? We're not allow it. We are going to put their feet to the fire. The 2 years, the next 4 years. We're not joking. We from the opposition can. And anything, we still right here. Nobody will try anything. That's the reason why, Ambassador, we are taking power over to Joseph Walker democratically, peacefully, so we can live in peace.
You think it is due to the lack of job opportunities for Liberians, and that's why the hardship in the country keep increasing on a daily basis?
My brother, the first thing, the people don't have ideas. The people don't have, conscience. They don't even got the technique to create job. People don't have it. All the people after it to steal money. To create job in this country, easy. Every government entity, especially for SOE era, they can create job.
Okay.
Because when you generate money, the money you generate, you can take that money and to be able to absorb people and prepare a budget. Well, listen, that every month we pay the people $200 or pay the person $200. You can create job. Every SOE institution that generate money, they can create job. But the people not creative, they have no idea. All they after is to steal money. Build houses. Do whatever. We're not against you because when you're working, you can build your house. But you got to be honest. One person should be taking 5,000-7,000 in a kind of country. What you do with 5,000-7,000? Even you pay me as a minister, you pay me 2,000. I'll be satisfied to manage it myself with that 2,000. But what you do with $4,000-5,000 one person? What reason? And you see your people suffering, people crying. What the essence? Like I said, you give the people 20 years, they will not be able to create job. Everything they live by as so loud, rhetoric. They didn't get the ideas, didn't get the vision. The people not thinking, they got the passion. They were only crying, job we am go. But they get no passion, they get feeling. But you can see even the president. You rather see Bokar as somebody who got feeling for people. You can really see it in him.
What you think?
You don't have it. You don't have it. If that papa was someone who have feeling for people and brother, he will always see him where there is disaster, where there is problem, he will go and solve problem. First thing, they don't solve problem, they don't have solution to problem. How will he solve it?
The old man said his government, they've succeeded in reducing the flour price 35 to 35.
How you reduce flour price from 35 to 35? At least when you're reducing from 35 to maybe 32, then we know you reduce the flour price. But you say from 35 to 35. And the kind of man you will sit here to tell you, say, 2029, he will go back to the presidency, or must sit here and allow the man to damage the country. But the man looking at the people and telling you he reduced flour price from 35 to 35. What he's saying there, what he really thinking, what he really remembering on our people. To the extent you served in government for 42 years, your third time going to address public, to have to address the public. Guess you don't even know the protocol. I kind of man will sit there and say, we will sit there and allow the country to remain a day. Because he don't even understand protocol. Asking somebody, I'm gonna tell the people to sit down. The first time you went to address the people, what you did, you don't know protocol. And the man will sit down and lie. It will not happen. If I pay, he can't remember things. He only said, those guys running the show when they're ready to go to him, Papi ended 200,000. Now all you own. It's not Papi having the energy sometimes to say that me move around and see some of the project. That we're not taking to go see for himself. Nothing. And we're not sit there to a lie. That Ralphie role, you talking about the government of development, the carry on development, whatever. You can't complete Ralphie role. The government, the former president paid the money, everything there. Just to complete, you ain't able to complete it. Then you talk about taking people from places to carry on development. For the next 20 to 50 years, they put leader in power, they will not do nothing. All they will do, they will just continue to just create conflict, confusion. I think that they're working. I tell you, my brother, for God's sake, we're into serious mess.
Let's talk about maybe in 3-4 minutes before we go to the phone line. There is this demolition exercise that is taking place all over now. I mean, people crying from 72nd, people in Satan, they're complaining, and the government came out yesterday through Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sando. That I mean, they have nothing to do with what's happening in Maserado. As a son of Liberia, permanent son of the country, and former official of government, what do you make of what's happening? Why it is true that people say, oh, the property belongs to the people, and so the demolition exercise should be carried out and all kinds of stuff. What's your stance from the angle of the government, the angle of the citizens, and all of that?
George, first of all, let me say sorry to our people because it's too sad and disheartening to see this kind of thing going on. And like I said, I make you to understand that the government have no vision, no plan. Because if you were telling the Deputy Information Minister talking about they have no solution, I mean, then where are we? Government can intervene. It tell you that during President Wiatan, people not working to this country and claiming error. But you're able to intervene and negotiate with the people and make them understand we can't do this to our people. You got to give time. When you give us time, we'll see what we can do to relocate our people, maybe build housing for them, and then you can come. That's the reason why what's all the thing going doing President Wiatan.
Okay.
Ain't see it? But as soon President Wiatan left, boom. Because Boka have no solution to problem. He's not able to solve problem. He not got that charisma, that kind of ability. Even he official then, because his Deputy Information Minister will come tell you, say, what are you kidding me? What is the essence of the people electing Boka to office when you don't have solution to the problem? What is the essence? And sometimes it's so disheartening. People will stay out of the country for 50, 20 years. People live somewhere for 50, 40 years. Then you just jump on and come and just damage people's property. Even the court don't have that kind of conscience to know that, I mean, to be able to understand. For God's sake. Like last night we were discussing, one of the federal king from the plans and said, but what people doing in the city? So they city only for certain group of people that other people not supposed to be here. And like the last time on your show, I told you, I said, hey, Boka not careful. Sometimes we don't want to be divided, but let's be frank, it's real. The Congo people, grandchildren are still out of this country for a very long time. They don't want coming back to this country and tell you, say their parents want to own the place. They're the one. They feel that they own Morovia. Nobody's supposed to be in Morovia. They feel that they own Morovia, and it's wrong. You can't do that. Somebody to live for 50 years, and you just come and destroy their place, and the people making you to understand that they have their deed. Why you can't go on the round table and sit and discuss? You don't have that conscience, you don't have that passion for him more. Just now, I will come here and pass through Satan. Just set my eye. Why it should be that way? Why our people will live the kind of life? Liberians will be treating Liberians that way, with no conscience. Will be heartless to our people. Even the president. Set up committee, meet the people, and just see how best you can discuss. Vice President, you young man. Just set up committee, meet the people. Yesterday, I listened to some people talking about the speaker, tell to read a petition to carry out the capital building. For what? Huh? It's not the same speaker that went to GFP and tell the people, say, well, if you 20 million in the budget for you, where you have fiaco. Everything the people doing, I just scam. The only thing I advise is that the people that got deed to that place, they just need to go to court and see how best the court can be able to solve the problem the people that have deed. Because the government will do nothing because they have no conscience. You passing on that road, you see in the place, and you see how things looking there. As a president, you will not stop to tell the people what you will do, or you to intervene and have a discussion with them. No conscience. You just running a country that kind of way. And to say you're not a human being. For God's sake, a president, we have never had conscience. A president, we're not humanitarian or a good leader. You think that now Bokana is great? But because the passions, the conscience, he said, no, I will not treat him that way. Let me take him from the country for treatment. Then you, oh man, you leader, you treating people that way with no conscience. It's so sad, my brother.
Okay, our guest this afternoon, it's former Deputy Director General Neva Kotu is our guest, and you're listening to him. You want to ask some questions. You want to have a say on some of the things we've spoke about. We can hear you on 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, but that's the 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564, or better, the 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711, or better still 0880-907-907. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, welcome, Joe.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you. Patient, go ahead.
Let me say good afternoon to our former minister, the student.
Go ahead. Former director. Go ahead.
Was telling the people. The man was sitting in rehab. La couple went for him, say, Pape, can will get the mansion key, will put 3 people on you. Today, you see how our country go. People in cemetery are crying. And President, we are that man that get him more half. According to the minister, all the things who are going on, we are talking about, no one accept it. It's still of the people. But when you get Doma president, people can rap on you. That what will you get when you go for care? According to you get care result. That black people will cry for the state. All the people they should have put that Joseph Baga is going there to break all what's going on in there. Yeah, I was saying so they what's for there. You go down there. And what happened? The government, you know, destroy the mental that there will be no lab growing now when it started. And the poor they want Papa Benny, they won't put your shaky.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you call? Let's go ahead. Let's hear you from Browville. Go ahead.
The minister in studio, I'm not volunteer for him. So they want to come back here to the country.
Hello, you finished?
No. So
go ahead now. Okay.
Yeah. So we will come back.
You want to talk about some of the things we're talking about?
You want to talk?
Yeah, come just hold on. Oh, you're not following the show? We're talking about the president. We're talking about the president. Recent State of the Nation address, where he spoke about 70,000. Persons been employed. Okay.
Why you working? Why you working?
Waiting. All right. Thank you for your point. Thank you. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you call?
Yeah, okay, this is Adam T1. I call him from the Beverly Hills Belt, Banjo, District 17 to be precise.
Go ahead from District 17. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I really want to commend the studio guest for why he just came away. But something I want to say, I don't have a question to ask you.
Go ahead.
But I want to make you also know something that our leaders today, I understand that they sometimes good, but their followers are very wicked. I can just give you reference about we are.
Go ahead.
The pre-disaster. We mean we are to be one of the president or guy that have a heart for this country. But the follower of we are, damage we are that everyone seeing today. Today's morning coming all the day, want to make some reference. But it's late. You sat down there and you didn't defend the man ruling, the man performance. Today you're saying that we had a project, we are doing one. What are you saying? You had it close to yourself. They never had nothing to say to people. Opposition came right over you, took you out of power today. Look, Boaka is doing well. But the only thing Boaka to do with the free about we today we are, let's just turn it to Boaka. Let Boaka try to put down those bookers around him. Those guys around him, they're all crook, but they see the man old. So, they take advantage of him. I can blame Boaka in some cases, we see poor performances.
All right.
But that's around him. That's around him.
Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you call?
Good afternoon, Mr. White.
Good afternoon. Levi, let's hear you. Let's hear you from Chicken Factory.
The issue of president solar, sometimes we think they need to solar. They call him out of fire, the old man, I don't know. He did not have, nobody must tell you, say they made mistake. They did not make mistake. There were nothing changed. They plan to play on the Liberian people. They said that there was going to be no reaction from the Liberian people. So that when they brought out lies and say, the president, that means the chief is speaking. That's a lie. The president is aware. The president is alive for the day he took forward. When you saw the Liberian people say you're 10,000 youth, he wants America, you say you're in power, 1 million Liberian women. Where do you see are coming from? Therefore, just a balance on the just a lie on another. What kind of country is coming? They cannot control it like that so forward, but the old man is too bad. And that's how they do that. They're not talking about the demolition who are LPRC. I don't know who want the LPRC community. But yeah, there's that Putin for fire now will come to demolition. That is the process that we're going through now. You don't even care for your people. You just continue to break things down. At the end of the day, you two better right there. But so many people, they don't judge it there. Without putting them in their family, they can't do it.
No, you can say that. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't come in all. They want to do it more than killing people. What they are doing, somebody will stay in America for 50 years, come by say you there. When you take over, you stay on them for 15 years, you speak to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, bro. How are you?
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Mohammed the town about the Swara movement.
Mohammed, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the privilege. My brother who just left the line, he's talking out of anger, and really, the way they things are happening to our people in the country currently, is very confusing. Because one morning when they bring only in your community, you are thinking how you'll be in village. Now it's all needed to capture baby now to get their price. from the 72nd area, I know, and someone at center there, no more say,
Have yourself
money.
enterprise.
And you save yourself.
Have yourself enterprise.
Yeah, set yourself enterprise. Now the CEO to capture building, lie down on the ground flat.
Yeah, we'll listen to her just before our
I
guest
saw the
conclude.
video, the why I really say bad. You know, people that lived the last 72nd area for long time we agree. They place your government land. But at least president that in power love the people. You know, I'm not talking about one person, one individual issue in there. But let people have the children the way. Someone at the start school in a location. Today they are then homeless. Where they would be for the children to be going to school and continue their education until the school year can close. You see, look at Satan area. Group of people, you just put them in the street because they learn for you. They learn that we all would die and they learn here. Sometimes they learn issue when the people want it. But what really is used to the people, the last night see when they break down the CC party, they just get everybody to be a politician. Because you cannot do the kind of thing per way. Somebody live somewhere more than 10, 15 years when you want to function in case you get 5 days or some more days to prepare yourself and move.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get another person. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you call?
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome, sir. Let's hear you.
Mr. President, good afternoon to the listener following your broadcast.
Go ahead.
I'm Christian, and I'm a Christian spirit independent buyer, and I just joined the conversation this afternoon from the headquarters of the Veteran Bureau.
Go ahead from the Veteran Bureau.
Let me appreciate you and that of the guest for the Senate analysis. And I think Mr. Bwaka, this president, Mr. Joseph Bwaka, has told enough people in every sector. Some of the promises that were made by Mr. Bwaka are not been fulfilled. The percentage of Mr. Bwaka is 35% for the rest that Mr. Bwaka has failed the people. Failed, massive failure in 2 years plus. Elected senator that disco light, dog creation is a fallacy, Mr. President. The president said and made that to him that we cannot see the 70,000 jobs that was created. No for evidence towards that. I feel the people water nana in the place I'm calling you for do community is you cannot see water. Water is not coming. More especially the sensitive public cannot express water. People passing around with gallons looking for water in front of Mr. Father who promised the people a better life that in case nowhere was not promised him or was not given to the people. We need to admit to this reality. The whole community, the whole thing is just upside down. It's a mysterious death and ritualistic killing. And you see police brutality. What kind of sector Mr. Bwaka are provided for the Liberian people that we are experiencing the kind of better life that they promised us?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, when you listen to the lady, you want to shed tears for her. Imagine, uh, I mean, the cash that she made mention of $1 million. I mean, very huge sum of money.
Very sad.
Looking at the economic now, I mean, but let's hear you. I just decided to do that so that people know exactly what's happening. There are others that don't have, the opportunity to have the smartphone we have. So some of them they're not aware of some of the things happening. They only listen via the radio. So sometimes it's important to play some of these things so that those listening can get a clear picture of exactly of what we're talking about. But go ahead, let's hear you. Just respond to some of the concerns and we'll go.
I listened to one or two call up. The first one, the other person talking about people that are around Boca. So he telling us that Boca don't even have it. Boca don't have its own sense to do things.
But he's not everywhere at the same time.
No, let's be frank. If you're not everywhere at the same time, you can be abreast with issues. From the social media, you can be abreast with issues and know what is unfolding. So he telling us that Boca don't have its own mind to control anything. Now he telling us like what I was saying to you. Now Boca just sitting as a dumb. Yeah, everybody doing their own thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's not creative. He's not able to solve problem. You don't have solution to problem. And he talk about people around Georgia. People around Georgia will get Ralphie Road. People around Georgia today, you see the Banjo Road there. Electricity in Broadville. People around Georgia. People around Georgia that you were able to pay wax fee. You are able to pay the university fees. People around Georgia. People around Georgia, you're able to pay 100-bedroom hospital in Bapolu. When people around you, you can see the development. Because Georgia have its own way of doing things. You're not relying on people. That's the reason why you saw the development. That's the reason why you see things were happening. Things were working. You saw just recent time when the people went Grandy there to dedicate the hospital. People around Georgia. But people that were around Georgia, they made Georgia to understand, and Georgia were doing the best for the Liberian people. You can see the impact. People can see, they will feel it. It's not like you're dummy or get your burger. So now Georgia used to take one set in the night and drive to places where there's no road. The next morning you call the public works minister. He said you got to go over there. Burger ever? Nothing. When Burger leave the mansion, he go, he just lay by, he relax. He's not moving. The first thing, I mean, I even get a connection to go right here, Guinea, to do anything or free time. So what do you think we get development for? What will happen? Nothing. The men go to international engagement. You don't even engage in a colleagues. Recently, I saw someone on a photo when he went Ghana. He distant from the people because you don't have to argue. Why you were poor for? You don't have it. What do you think will happen? Nothing will happen. You can have people around you, but people can feel the presence and people can see the development. Like what happened during Joe Weirton? You can compare Joe Weirton with Bokatan. You say you're sitting over there, you even get Joe, but you lying. The thing we're discussing, you don't understand the issue. You just can't say, oh, it's not about us coming back. It's about what we did for the Liberian people. It says here, and the Liberian people can see the difference. When compared to the United Party 2 years, even if it says here, the Liberian people give them, they will not do nothing. It is because we have passion. We went to public office to serve with conscience. We don't want the public office to go take public money. No. When there's opportunity for every Liberian, there will be no breading on you as officials. Because everybody will have the opportunity to get what they're supposed to get. And now we're speaking for now because we were in government, wanted this, that, day. It's about everybody having an opportunity, and we created that opportunity for people.
Never will have to go. Your final words quickly as we leave you.
My final word, let me just say sorry to that lady that was just crying. It's so sad. And people need to do things with conscience. Even the military, they need to do things with conscience. And not to say doing Georgia administration, people, Georgia could not take the action or take the step, but he said no. We have to relocate our people and do things. If I say, what is Soyobo coming doing in the city? As they tell us, maybe 2 years from now, Boca will not make it, then they will can't take over. What you coming do in the city? We're not new now for the city. There's no crisis, there's nothing going on. Why are you taking the people from that place? Somebody spend millions of dollars and got people employed there. You're not doing things with conscience. But it's so sad, and these are some of the things we're talking about. When you have a leader who don't have solution to problem, who don't solve problem, he just sit and think about luxury. That will happen. And my advice is that, I mean, LeBron need to do things with conscience and be grateful to somebody who is doing well for them. It is because ungratefulness today, LeBron suffering. LeBrons were too ungrateful to Ambassador Weah. But what all Ambassador Weah were doing, they never attempted found to Ambassador Weah, and that's what they're going through. Because Ambassador Weah were in their favor, have that conscience and passions to do things for them. Even the wise people Weah were paying for their children, they should appreciate Weah. The university fees, the route fee rule, all the ones should appreciate Weah hustling for them. But they decide to make their decision. And here we are today. You voted for somebody who don't have no connection. He just sit, even any advice or say, you vote for Bokara for nothing. You don't have that leadership. So, George, thank you very much for the time. I hope next time or 2029, the people can make the rightful decision to make sure that we move our country forward.
Thank you.
I promise if I'm together.
His name is Never Koto, former DG.
Our nation.
I still call him director anyway. That's how I like to bid you farewell on this Wednesday's edition of the show Biz and Pieces. Biz and Pieces return tomorrow at 2 o'clock with another splendid edition. Live the life you love the life you live. Put God first in all of your decision-making processes. Until we meet tomorrow, the name is Josh. I'm Josh Way. Bye-bye. I'm out.